Earlier I posted about my deck list for the Michigan Regional that I went X2 at, but I thought I'd do a separate video for the tournament report. I'll post a picture of the deck list. I mean, probably actually in editing, I already put it up by now, which is whatever. Anyway, there were only 8 rounds. I don't know what the cutoff for 9 rounds is. 9 rounds, they're barely less than that number of people. I kind of wish there were 9 rounds, just so I would have had an opportunity to do a little bit better. I don't remember what place I finished because with the amount of I did the math and with an amount of people, um, barring any ties or enough ties, no one was going to get in top 8. That was X2, and I think that up to like 12th place or something was X11. So there was no point in me checking, even though one of my tiebreakers did go to get second. So that was nice. Actually, both the people I lost to got top 8. So go me, I guess. Anyway, so as I said, I played XYZ spellbooks. The deck's pretty. I mean, it's kind of standardy spellbooky. There's like 8 cards different. I mean, I guess a fifth of the deck is different, so that makes it kind of different. But whatever, it's not the point. Ooh, my pizza's done. I'm not. Never mind. So the first round I played Noble Knights. Game 1, I remember getting slapped like a redheaded stepchild. Around game 1, I don't remember doing anything. Game 2 was really nice. It's really easy because I don't remember what I did on my first turn, but I don't know. I think I just had like a really good setup field, and I had like Warning, the Fiendish Chain, and Fate face down, and then I was drawing 2 off tower, which was really nice. Game 3, he goes -1 with the Foolish Burial, and then he plays some discard card later in the turn to go another -1, and then I Veilered his Lakeside Lady, so he just like lost all of his cards, and then I MST'd his Fiendish Chain, and normal summon Blue Boy, and just it was ugly from there. So that was cool. It was 1-0. Then round 2, I got to think. Then I played an anti-meta deck. He was really cool. He thought I was in high school because we started talking. I'm captain of my tennis team. He started talking about he's captain of the swim team. I was like, cool. Where do you go? And he's like, high school. He's like, oh, where do you go around here? And I'm like, I'm a senior in college. It's a place 2 hours away. Anyway, game 1 was pretty easy because anti-meta is not really that good against spellbooks. Game 2, Zombie World kind of ruined my day because I opened with 6 spellbooks, and so I couldn't really do anything besides just set Blue Boy every time I searched it. Game 3, and then I won real easily. Round 3 was actually against Constellars, and I got smoked in game 1 because I opened all right, but I kept trying to go for tower. He opened 5 back row, and so I think one of them was a Fiendish Chain. 2 were MST. I could never get anything going, and then eventually in a low resource situation, I had like I don't remember what it was. I think a Downerd, and then he was able to XYZ over and kill me. Game 2, I won pretty easily just because I spell booked him. I mean, drawing 2 per turn is really nice. And then game 3, a face-up rivalry meant he couldn't do anything, so that was cool. Then round 4, I played another Constellar. He got a game loss from round 1 because it's kind of I feel bad for he's a friend of mine, and I felt bad because he got a game loss because he wrote 16 cards in an extra deck, including a Crazy Box, but then he didn't include Crazy Box, and I feel like that should just be a warning because it's not like he's trying to. It's not like he didn't write Crazy Box and had one in there. He's like accidentally wrote extra. Like, I'm not saying that I would do this, but like, what if I just like on my deck list, what if I just wrote like Gokapon, and then like surprise, I don't have a Gokapon. I figure I shouldn't get a game loss for that. Not that I would. I mean, I guess just it prevents people from trolling or whatever. Game 2, he went first, but I won. Actually, I didn't win very easily. I almost decked out because eventually he kept having answers for all of my monsters. Like every time I made an XYZ play, it'd be like Warning or Bottomless or. So I eventually ran out of monsters, and I actually had to Spellbook of Life Camian Wizard back. But so I barely. I mean, life points I had like 1,200 by the time it was done because I paid a lot with Instant Fusion. Anyway, round 5 actually played against Jeff Jones. I beat him game 1, and then game 2 he full housed me. I read a full house, and I was like, well, if that's a full house, I lose. If that's anything but a full house, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win this game. Full house. And then game 3, I actually made a really bad judgment call. I let my pride get ahead of me. I should have made a Tiras of Prophecy, or Tiras, and then I was like, I'm gonna make an Empress because I never make an, or I should have made any. Should not have made. Definitely should have made Tyrus. Actually, looking back on it, Tyrus. And then also I didn't read the rank 5 Noble Knight guy, and so I foolishly mirror forced it, which allowed him to get back his Madrat. I should have just let him. I should have just let the attack go through. Whoops. So that was a kind of a unfortunate misplay on my behalf. Round 6, I played Inzectors. Game 1, didn't let him resolve an Inzector effect. Game 2, he opened Thunder King set 4. I hate that. Game 3, he got off one Inzector effect, but it didn't. He like searched with Ladybug, but because what did he do? He had like one card in hand, or he had 2 cards in hand, and he Centipede with Ladybug to make a level 4 to get a Dragonfly. And he passed. Then I should have been able to kill his Dragonfly, but I messed up with Herald. Like, I kind of forgot that I tried to Herald and Spellbook of Life in the same turn, and I forgot that I wouldn't have an extra monster in there for Spellbook of Life, so that was kind of foolish of me. So I couldn't kill a Centipede, and so I had to make an awkward play. I had to banish, next turn, when he activated Centipede effect, I had to banish the Ladybug, and then all he drew into was like a Trap Stun or something, so that didn't help. Ended up just, I think MST'd the Trap Stun, and then I was able to kill a Centipede next turn with the Downward Admonition, and then it was all over from there. And then round 7, I played +1 Fire Fist. I really didn't get to feel like I played the match because, he opened Bear set 5, and no, he didn't. He opened Tinky to get Wolf Bark, summon Bear set 4. And those face downs are like Mirror Force and Warning and MST and another MST, and either Fiendish Chain or MST. I don't really remember, because eventually I was able to. It was a Fiendish Chain, because I remember I summoned Summoner Monk and he was like no response, because he warninged it. Then the next Summoner Monk he Fiendish Chained, and I had to MST that. And then we got down to like we both had 0 cards in hand, and then he was like Wolf Bark, and I was like, oh, that's all right. It's just a Wolf Bark. And then he made Tiger King, and I forgot that Tiger King set Tinky to get another Wolf Bark. So I dealt with that one, and then his other Wolf Bark. I just lost. It's kind of ironic when Spellbook loses out on card advantage. Yeah, and then round 8 I played the Mirror. It's not the Mirror. He had Priestess and World and stuff. Game 1 was really easy, but not much to about that. At the end of the day, I'm really glad that I played this deck, because at the beginning of the day, I was like, okay, I'm tired of going X-2 Spellbooks. The regionals is like seriously the 6th event or something in a row. Like, even if you include Toronto when I top 8'd the YCS, like technically I went X2, so it's just like that adds to the humor. Even though one was in Swiss, one was whatever. I actually expected to do really bad, because I expected people just to like torrential me or Warning Monk or just ruin my day with all the back rows, but I was actually able to grind through a lot. So I just was a little disappointed that the match with Jeff didn't go as expected. Jeff and I know each other, so there's that. Yep. But this is pretty typical of people writing tournament reports. But pros of the event, I went X2 with a shady deck. That's an accomplishment. Cons, everything. Actually, I didn't have a very fun day. Actually, I'm just doing homework today and writing tournament and doing articles and tournament reports and writing stuff for English class. So I don't know, but it was a really fun deck, and I'm going to change things. Like, I'm taking out Exemplar was the worst thing in this freaking deck. If you can see my head, I was just really mad about how bad that card was the entire day. But all right, all good. Oh, thanks for watching my tournament report. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox Facebook or message something. I don't know if there's anything I didn't